Hi guys, welcome to my channel Lush Gardener. I hope you guys are fine and are safe. So this is leaf propagation part 3. I'll just give you a quick recap of what we had done. So we had taken the leaves from the mother plant. We had selected the best well hydrated healthy leaves which were not yellow or which were not mushy or brown in color. We had taken fresh leaves, after which we let them to callus, and then you had seen in part 2 there were small little pups that were coming up, and at that point of time there were no roots present on the leaf propagation. So today is part 3, and today is the 21st of October, and the propagation was started on 3rd of October of Graptovaria titubans. And now I'm going to give you a closer look of all the leaf propagations. So as you can see, we have the pups right above, and down you can see the pink roots. That's the first one, and then we have the second one. We have the third one over here. And let me turn this around, and there is the fourth one again. The pups and the pink roots, pups and the pink roots, pups and the pink root. So all 7 of them were successful. They have the pups and they have the roots. Now when I'm talking about successful, this is just the 1% of success that we have right now, because it's a very long journey which is going to take probably another year or so for them to reach up to a decent size. Now remember guys, from the 3rd of October until today, 21st of October, we haven't added even a single drop of water in this, and you can see how easy it is to propagate succulents. You do not need those plastic containers, you do not need to do that water therapy. You just put the succulents on the soil, on dry soil or on a dry surface, whichever you are comfortable with, and you will be able to see. And all of the roots have started to push into the soil. Now as I said, all you need to do is just lay the leaf propagation on the soil, and everything will happen by its own. The roots will navigate into the soil. We do not need to push anything inside the soil. So all of them are doing excellent. So now the next step, what I'm going to show you is the watering, how I'm going to water them, because all of them have roots. The best part is that it was 100% success, because both the pups and the roots happen to emerge at the same time, which usually does not happen. It again depends upon the leaf and the environment. It all depends upon that. We can't do much about it. All we have to do is just wait. But luckily over here, both the pups and the roots happen to show up. A lot of times either the roots show up first or the pups show up first. It's either one, or at times both tend to show up together. Over here, the roots were delayed a little bit late. The pups tend to show up earlier in my part 2, but now the roots and the pups both are visible. So now we are going to quickly go ahead and do some watering. So I'm going to show you how I tend to water them. So now I'm going with the easy method. I have kept a tray. I have put the container in the tray, and now I'm just going to be adding some water. And that's all about it. I'll just give another probably 5 to 10 minutes, and it will start to soak up that water. You can see the soil is completely bone dry, and in a couple of minutes you will start to see that it's starting to turn darker in color. You can see it's already started. The process of underwatering has already started. You can see that dark patch, which means that this portion is starting to soak up the water, and very soon everything will pick up. So I'll just put it into a time lapse so you can see. So now as you can see, the entire upper layer of soil is completely wet, which means that we have completely done with our bottom watering. Now again, the watering you need to check. Now from my experience, I know exactly how and when to water. Now for leaf propagation, you do not need to be worried much because they love slight moisture in the soil. So the only thing that you have to remember is that you do not want to keep the soil bone dry for a longer period of time. Otherwise the roots will get affected. However, the pup is not going to have much issue because the pup will be taking up water from the mother leaf, and then the process is going to go on. The pup will stay with the mother leaf until the pup tends to take up all the water and nutrients from the mother leaf. But The watering is important because we want the roots to grow more stronger. We want the roots to grow, because if we are going to have healthy roots, then even if the mother leaf tends to get damaged, or let's say it tends to dry prematurely, we do not have to be worried, because we have healthy roots with the pup, and those roots are further going to help the pup grow stronger. So ensure that you do not keep the soil bone dry for a longer period of time. You can again do the stick method as well if you want to check, but always ensure that you maintain a very slight moisture in the soil, but not soggy wet soil. Now this container definitely has a drain hole, so I'm going to lift the container because we are done with the bottom watering, and you will be able to see that all of the excess water will start to drain out. And that's very important because we do not want to keep the soil soggy wet. We need to maintain a slight moisture but not soggy wet soil, so there is a small little difference between both. So that's all about it. We are done with the watering. Our first phase of leaf propagation is completed. It is still a very long journey ahead. I will keep updating you guys as and when there is progress. So this is part 3, wherein we have pups, we have roots, and we have done our first watering. So guys, I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe, and keep planting.